So you don't want to be salesy? Perfect. In this video, we're going to talk about how to approach B2B clients. If you're a coach, a consultant, a professional services provider, and you're serious about winning B2B clients or corporate clients for your business, how you approach decision makers matters. And there's a lot of mistakes that you can make and some things you can do really right that are going to set you apart in the marketplace. So I'm going to share with you 5 things not to do ever, and then I'm going to share with you the best way overall to approach corporate decision makers if you want to have a long-term trusted relationship with them, which I hope you do. All right, let's get started. Number 1, do not email a decision maker asking them for a meeting so you can learn about their priorities and their challenges. You have not earned the right to do that, and they are not inclined to take their most valuable resource, their time, and invest it with someone they don't even know, sharing frankly confidential information about what's going on inside their organizations. This is a tactic that is often employed by these cold prospecting companies out there, but it can really leave a bad first impression with these discerning decision makers. So don't do it. Number 2, do not email decision makers asking them who the best person is inside of their organization to talk to about X, Y, and Z. Quite simply, this takes your homework, your prospecting effort, and it puts it on very busy decision makers. It is not their job to figure out what your sales strategy should be. And again, it makes a really negative first impression with these decision makers. Number 3, don't approach decision makers assuming that they need your services or your expertise or your help right now. From the outside, you have no idea what they're already working on internally, what their priorities are, what they already have set to get underway. So when you approach an organization and you immediately go into pitching services, programs, or other things that you offer, it's a very assumptive position to be in, and it can be very off-putting. The other thing is, if they don't need you right now, it's going to immediately have them put up a wall of no, thank you, please go away. When in fact, at this stage of the game, what you really want to be doing is forging a relationship with them. Number 4, do not offer a free discovery session. This is a tactic that a lot of folks have unfortunately tried to borrow from the solopreneur land, the online marketing world, and bring that over into the corporate space, into the B2B space. But discerning decision makers don't take this very seriously. There's nothing that you can do in a 30, 45, even 60-minute meeting of asking them a bunch of questions. And if you can fix their problem in 30, 45, 60 minutes, that's not really a good business model for you. It's not the place to kick off with a decision maker before you've built a relationship and educated them on what it is that your firm does and the expertise that you can bring to the table. So skip those free discovery strategy sessions. They're not a good fit. Number 5, last but not least, do not contact decision makers with constructive criticism for their organization. I can't tell you how many outside firms and experts will approach a company and tell them, here's all the things that you're doing wrong, and we'd be happy to help you fix it. It frankly comes across as very condescending to that organization, and when you're on the outside, you have no idea why that thing is currently the way it is. For all you know, they could have made a calculated decision that they are okay with that thing being that way so that they could focus their energy and resources over here. They could have decided to phase something out and it's going away anyway, or they could be working very hard right now to fix it, and here you come along criticizing them. Most people do not like to hear constructive criticism, but especially when it is uninvited. So again, if your goal is to make a positive first impression, this is not the way to go about it. So there are 5 things that you absolutely do not want to do, and trust me, I'm mentioning them because all of those things happen frequently in the B2B world. Right now, there is someone sending one of those messages to a decision maker right now. Fortunately, that's not going to be you. So if those are the things you don't want to do, what is it that you do want to do? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the most important thing at the beginning of a relationship with a decision maker is to, in fact, cultivate and build that relationship. And you want that relationship to be built on the fact that you're going to bring value to that relationship first. We have an expression at Bold House that you want to go first in terms of investing into that relationship. And that does not mean adding even more to a decision maker's reading list. They already have way too many articles and reports and books and everything else to read, so you don't need to add to that list. What you need most, what you should desire most, is for decision makers to actually engage with you, to spend quality time, valuable time with you, where you can in fact impart wisdom, expertise, industry insights to them. And so the best first connection to a decision maker is by offering them an invitation for them to spend time with you, preferably through things like either attending a breakout session that you're delivering at a conference, or if you're hosting a webinar on your own platform, inviting them to your webinar or your masterclass, or maybe you're delivering a webinar or a masterclass to an industry association's audience. That doesn't mean that you can't also invite decision makers to attend that. Or maybe you have a recording of a webinar or a masterclass that you've just done. Or perhaps you're about to host an invitation-only executive roundtable. Any and all of the above are opportunities where you're going to get a chance to really share wisdom and expertise with the decision maker, build your credibility, add value to that decision maker, and also give that decision maker an opportunity to see you in action, which is so important when you're a consultant, services provider, coach, or other type of expert. So we want that first connection between you and a decision maker to be an invitation to come get value and spend time with you. Make sure that it is not a sales pitch. Make sure that that experience, that engagement moment they're going to have with you is chock full of value. All right, so that's going to get you started with approaching B2B decision makers, but there is so much more to this than what we can cover in just this video. So what I want you to do now is go watch my video on how to sell to corporate clients. It goes even more deeply into the strategy we talked about here, as well as covering two other very important strategies that you need to know if you're a David who's working with Goliaths. So I've dropped the link to that video right in the description below so you can find it. Go ahead and click on that now, and then I'm going to see you over there.